Hey, what is going on, YouTube? Hey, Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day wherever you guys are in the world. And guys, we've got an exciting one for you here in today's video. It's long overdue, but the first look at the Castilla here, the newest legendary tier Spanish cruiser to come to World of Warships Legends. And guys, this ship is an absolute blast to play. I think it's probably just because I'm getting a touch bored and I'm super busy, of course. But this ship with its burst fire mechanic is a ton of fun. Now, of course, you will need Pascula Severe y Topere. Yes, my Spanish is very good. Also, if you can hear my neighbor's dog barking, sorry, he won't shut the heck up. So we're going to have to... I was talking about that in today's video. But anyway, a first look at this ship here. Of course, she's available in the Bureau. Wargaming gave her to me either in a test phase for a couple weeks here, or just outright. So that is how I have the ship a little bit ahead of time. But let's go ahead and review the stats, specs, all the good stuff, starting with the modifications here. Aiming system mod 1, propulsion in slot 2, concealment in slot 3, and reload here in slot 4, the legendary reload, rather, which is pretty good. You can make arguments for maybe maneuverability. The concealment is not that great. The turret traverse is a touch slow, and this ship really is just truly a gimmick ship with the burst fire, which is why you do want to run the specific commander. So that is something to keep in mind. But you do have access to some pretty gnarly guns. Let's review the loadout here, and then we'll look at those guns. And you can see it here, the little burst, the double shell. You have access to the HE and the AP. Now, the way it works, right, the burst fire is kind of like the auto loader in World of Tanks. You get... Without the unique commander, you get 2 shots in 2 seconds, but with the unique commander, you get 3. Now, that does, of course, make your main reload, longer. So, for example, and you guys have seen me play this Spanish line before, you will get a longer or long-ish reload and then 2 shots, or a longer reload and then 3 shots, which makes sneak attacks and you know, just surprise attacks a lot better. I think PG posted a video where he's doing a lot of flanking, and that is definitely what the ship is going to excel at. So you want the AP definitely on soft armored or medium armored targets there. It is pretty brutal. You do have torpedoes. They only have 8-kilometer range, so not really that versatile in terms of kiting, but again, pushing those corners, very, very useful. Of course, we do have access to a heel, a sonar, as well as a catapult fighter there. So something for you guys to keep in mind. These specs here, survivability is 53,760. I don't know what that's down. I don't know why it's down. Something it's down from. But the main battery, 3x3, 254 millimeter guns. The 254s, I feel like, are just a perfect medium caliber to do a good amount of chunk damage and Citadel those cruisers at like medium to long ranges, or medium ranges. We'll say you really only have 16.3 kilometers worth of fire range. I wish the range was just a bit more, especially with the concealment, which is not that great. So you're kind of in that bad area of your firing range is close to your concealment, which is not really, you know, what you want to be in, but it's comfortable. So if you can put the ship in the right position. Secondary armament, 5.8 there. You're not really doing too much of the secondaries. Torpedoes are pretty average there. 15,000 max damage, and they do reload every, 100 seconds there. So minute 40, minute 45 there. So, you know, again, it's really to deter battleships from pushing you, or when you are pushing ships in that flanking type scenario. A defense is average. I haven't really caught myself in too many scenarios. If you carrier wants to focus you, you're just dead. Maneuverability is listed as 75. 820 turning circle is not the best. 11.5 rudder shift time. And yeah, so... you do get a decent max speed there at 38.1, and I believe that's a little bit increased with our booster flag. So the top speed is okay when you can kind of get going there, but this ship really, you know, you'll see me in this game that we're going to show for you guys. I initially position just to see what is spotted, and then I'll burst fire, and then based on what it is, I'll reposition. But that top speed is not the most effective, just because of your rudder shift and your turning circle. So it's helpful in pushing in aggressive flanks in those situations when you're going towards the enemy. But when you look at the armor, you're not going to want to do that too often, especially when the enemy knows you're coming or knows the weaknesses of the ship. Concealment, as we mentioned, I said 12, but it's 11.7. It's close to 12, I guess. I'm forgetting, remembering incorrectly there. But 11.7 concealment is not terrible by any means, but it's just not great. So statistics here, 2 battles in AI. Yeah, this thing is pretty nasty. In 80% overall, damage is a little low. We got a little bit trolled maybe in a few of the first opening games. But yeah, 2,000 average XP in 15 games there is not bad at all. But the balancing factor of this ship is definitely this part right here. You have a ginormous citadel that basically spans from flag to flag. So I do believe there's a bit of spaced armor. I believe that's what that is. But if you catch this thing broadside with anything 203 or more, you are going to be absolutely eating damage. So now that being said, if you can angle this thing, it does only have a 16 millimeter nose, but it does have a pretty strong 40 millimeter icebreaker. If you can angle this thing, like we said, anywhere from 15 to 30, you're going to be bouncing a lot of battleship shells. We've done it. Now, of course, I typically will go in the reverse kiting angle, which is about this position here. So a potential little bit of chunk damage to the superstructure, the rear bow plating there, or stern plating, and the deck. However, those direct shots, as long as you're maintaining angle, right, anywhere from anywhere from 15 to 30 degrees, you should be relatively protected. Of course, the enemy build dependent. Overview of tough, fast, and revolver. Main guns can fire several times with a short interval between shots, but reloading takes longer than usual. So that is basically the trait or the gimmick of the Spanish. You're kind of like a Napoli, almost, I dare say it, with the 254's decent armor scheme. The Napoli definitely has better armor and better secondaries, and of course the rolling smoke. But the guns there, when you can get them and burst fire, they are truly epic. They are a nice Spanish woman, if you will, a torta, as we. I hope that's not like a. It's in meme culture right now, which is why I'm saying that. It's just like a thick Spanish woman. But anyway, that's that's what we like to rumble with. But yeah, the final point here in the build we were running for most of these games is just kind of a meme build with Arthas. But the commander that you definitely want to run, just for the gimmick of this ship, is Pascula, Severa de Tupera. And this is the specific build. Now, we could get a little bit more range, I guess. Does it have range as an option? No, it doesn't. So, yeah, well, I guess with refill station. But this is the specific build we're running here. This is nice because if you have a 28-second reload and you have the AP or the HE and you want to vice versa, you just hold X. And once you're loaded, and then it switches that. So, something nice to keep in mind. We went ahead and went with fixated. We could argue for steer clear or a lot of these defensive traits, but the main perk, which is really what gets you that third shot, is, of course, honorable sacrifice here. Shells in your cruiser's ready rack, as well as a decrease. That's why we lost HP. That's why. Sorry. Now I know. And the main battery reload. So it's kind of one of those one-offs there. But you couple that with Arthas, and we've been getting some absolute memes. So dev strikes on full health cruisers, 30, 40k salvos on battleships with the AP and, of course, broadside. But even the HE, it has a decent fire chance. I don't know if I mentioned that. I don't remember it off the top of my head. But, yeah, 16% fire chance. So you couple that with 254, and you can pen a good amount of the armor's battleship armor at the tier, as well as a 16% fire chance. So it does kind of suck, though, if you wait for that long reload and you don't get that follow-up fire, then you know they're almost on damage con again. If they did repair that one. But yeah, that's the ship there. We've had a few fun games. Like I said, it's very impactful when you know how to put it, or you can put it in the right position there. But that's going to be the trick, right? Pushing when it's the right time, knowing when to push, and then, of course, not catching that broadside. So, but the Spanish cruisers are now available. They are not in early access, which is just Wargaming's way of getting a few extra doubloonies from you there. Early access, but decent looking ships. The camo is pretty mid. This is the permanent camo. It's just gray with the nice Spanish flag there. But yeah, that is the Castilla, as my pronunciation experts have told me it's said. So enjoy this game here. It's a pretty nifty one. I could have made potentially some other moves to I don't know. You guys tell me. But we'll see you guys in the game. Love you guys. Out. Peace. Touch smaller. I think like 5.5 should be the max, but like a lot. I mean, what were we talking about the other day? I think it was like in I forget. But like a lot of DD, the Castile game I had. Um, it was the Castile game I had. The Yasashio just, or what was it? Minigumo? It was one of those fucking boats just sailed 4-9 for me. It's like, dude, ugh. No, we love football. We hate FIFA though. FIFA. No, I don't hate FIFA. I actually do like watching the World Cup, but soccer is just so fucking boring. Most of the time, right? I'm sure like there's some Premier League games and such, that are notable or worthwhile, but on average, watching football is like a 2-goal max type game. Yeah, soccer ain't football, buddy. Soccer ain't football. God, dude. Compañero, necesito tu apoyo. Oh, God. Fuerza enemiga avistada en el horizonte. Selfish? It's actually kind of huge. Huge. Huge.
Nice work. Teammate, I need your support.
Hey 3D, what up, man? El Clasico? What is that one? Oh, this is tragic. This guy's just gonna get fucking farmed. Oh god. That's alright. Take care of Schlieffen. Hopefully this guy just doesn't get roasted in minutes. That's probably gonna do a lot of damage to him. I hurt myself today. Mike, what up, dude? From San Juan, Puerto Rico! Alright, we're gonna hang around this Lucian. We're gonna ruin this guy. If I led that correctly, that guy's dead. Can we maybe keep a spot, please? God damn it, dude. What the fuck are you doing? Oh my god. Brother, what are you doing? Oh, god. That's right, we can go. I mean, maybe he's sending me a smoke. I'll think optimistically. The temp tag typically screams, I have Fortnite problems in the bathroom because I'm 12 years old. Like, dude's hiding behind a rock. Oh, God, how does this guy get a tier 8, man? I'm gonna run into the Gdansk as well. Our team's just fucking folding.
El equipo enemigo tiene la ventaja. Crucero enemigo hundido.
Right? Come on now. Come on now.
Compañero, necesito tu apoyo.
Give it to me, please.
Crucero enemigo destruido.
We almost fucked that up, chat. But we didn't. Honestly.
Atención, transmito la posición del objetivo. El equipo enemigo tiene la ventaja. Acorazado enemigo destruido.
I guess I'll do it myself.
A todas las unidades, capturen esa zona.
All right.
La batalla finaliza en 5 minutos. Compañero, necesito tu apoyo.
We're gonna have to get all the kills, dude. There's no shot. Our team just folded on the other flank and didn't do anything. What's new, man? What's new with Legends? We can still farm damage. What is these battleships? Yamato conquer Wisconsin. I mean, I essentially have to commit right here, but I don't want to just follow the same path, because now that this guy is shot and probably spotted... Okay, alright. Alright, alright. Yep. Okay, activated radar. The Alaska's like the only one that's paid attention. Alright, we've got a flank here. So, I mean, either we attract all the damage or they do. It's one or the two. Got it. I mean, I gotta have spotting here. We gotta have eyes, dude. This is rough. Interesting. The Yugumo hasn't been spotted the entire game. What direction were those torps coming from? Well, then there was two. Okay, well. We lost. We lost because our team, but it's, I mean, there's not much more I can do, so GG's. GG's.